What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome to Warframe, which I've heard is apparently somewhat good. Now I've never played the game before, I have no idea what it's about, but people keep saying, hey, it's free and you like free things, so go play this. So here we are. And now that we've got that backstory out of the way, let's spend the next 20 minutes watching the game's backstory. Glad we're watching the ship land in real time. Not as if we wanted some fun action or anything. No, let's just watch a man with one eye and a nose that looks like he ran straight into a door. Oh, when push comes to shove, the telekinetic electricity will come out. Also, why do you have chicken legs? Is there a reason for every character to have such tiny little legs, or do they just only work on their arms when they go to the gym?
To protect the twisted crusade they have begun. To transform the scattered colonies into an empire.
Empire, sisters, colonies, stargates. It's got everything you need from a free-to-play game. Is that what I think it is? Because from up here it looks like somebody's heavily modified a snowmobile. Are you Canadian? Is that the point of this game? The Canadians reached out across the stars and using the power of their snowmobiles they conquered the galaxy. Now we must choose our... oh, choose our Warframe, bloody hell. Excalibur, Mag, Volt. What, did the developers use up all of their imagination on the first name? Excalibur makes you think of power and authority. Mag makes you think of magazines. Volt, I mean, you might think of Duracell. We're going with Excalibur. Cool names win every time.
Wake up, Tenno.
And this is where we find out that we've picked the wrong class, and then for the next 20 hours we end up wasting our lives. Well, that's half the fun of this game with chicken-legged villains. Figuring out what the hell's going on.
You're my prize now, Tenno.
Oh, darn, he found our one weak spot.
No.
Because apparently we are Achilles. No, that's not our weak spot.
Taking this one with us.
Was he talking to the character or me?
I can't lose another Tenno. I am surging the Warframe's power systems.
She can't lose another tenner. She's wasted too much gambling already, so let's just explode all over the place.
Defend yourself.
Quick, use power to defend myself. How do I use power? Which button uses power? I figured out double jump. Can I defend myself with that? Slash dash. Of course, good rhymes. That's what we need right now. Quick, somebody drop a funky beat. As I gracefully slide through the air. I'm liking the movement ability. No chest-high walls, no ducking behind cover. No, just sliding and spiralling through the air like a majestic corkscrew.
An extraction ship is on its way, but the Grineer will be hunting you. Arm yourself.
Arm myself. Is there a gun? Are there any weapons? Or do you literally mean get a giant pair of arms and slap the enemy around? Ooh. Shatter enemies with heavy blows. I'd rather slice the enemy than blow the enemy. And can we pick up both? No, just one. Well, I don't want to blow the enemy. Slicing it is. All of those samurai films, you never once expected the main character to run through the jungle wildly hacking while spinning in a circle. So far I can't see a stamina meter, so there's no reason for me not to run forward, randomly waving the sword around. I'm just stabbing the air, and if you get hit, it's your own fault. Secondary weapon, throwing knives, or a gun. One of these things is not like the other. Would you rather have a rocket launcher, or a slingshot as your secondary weapon?
Hurry, before Vor finds out you escaped.
Okay, game, I don't know what you think a slide is, but smashing your face into a rock and then slowly crouching, it's not generally a slide. 54 credits and 17 rubido. Fucking rubido? What the hell is rubido supposed to be? Is that a measure of your sexual drive in space? Apparently the word libido didn't make it out into the galaxy. No, now it's rubido. Now what'd you do that for? I could have used that ship to run away in. Come on, Captain Vor. Oh bullshit, I'm ready to face Captain Vor. He's not actually taking damage. Is this one of those boss fights where I'm supposed to run away and come back in 10 levels time? Okay, run away. You're never gonna hit me. Never gonna hit me.
My decrepit heart is pounding. This one is stronger than the rest. Lock the area down.
I mean, I'm not really that strong. All I did was hold a sword up in front of my face. Doesn't take much skill to do that.
Do that, and I will guide you to your old ship. It's your only chance.
Damn it, lower the lockdown controls. How many times do I have to hit it?
You need to access it to release the lockdown.
I am accessing it. I'm accessing it every which way I know how. By stabbing, by slashing, by generally being a nuisance. Assault rifle, a bow and arrow. Assault rifle, bow and arrow. I mean, could I take both and tie them together? So duct tape the assault rifle to the top of the bow. Every time you fire an arrow, you also get a short burst from the assault rifle. Call it the assault bow. Okay, the name needs some work. Generic shooter, generic fantasy. Generic shooter, generic fantasy.
3 weeks later.
Bow it is. My ship! Home time for me! You lot have fun on this decaying world. I'm going to take this bow and arrow and live out the rest of my days as a Far Cry character.
Bypass the security on that panel.
Oh boy, quick time events. Yes, that's one. It's not quite the lockpicking minigame from Skyrim, but it's close enough. And it was very thoughtful of you to wait for me until I finished opening the lock. Thank you. Oh, you've already flown 200 meters backwards.
Enemy reinforcements are here. Ship Cephalon. We require immediate extraction.
Ship Cephalon.
The operator is in danger? I will need a few moments to cycle the engines.
Cycle engines? God damn it, who installed bicycle engines in a spaceship?
You cannot hide from
Hold still.
eyes. I've marked.
I don't look nearly as badass if I miss half of my shots. Shout out the bad guy who just fell off the bridge. Where are the rest of you? Any more from down here? Missed. 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 No, there we go, finally.
10 out. The ship is ready. It's time to leave.
Eh. And we've stabbed ourselves in the crotch with an arrow. Might want to get that looked at before we leave the planet. No, we're just going to take off with an arrow in our dick. Okay. It's the future. Maybe that's the new fashion. We've moved past vajazzling to just straight up stabbing yourself in the crotch. You get a reward at day 1, and your next reward is not until day 50. Warframe. Generally not a good idea to ask for such a long-term commitment from gamers right off the bat. Maybe buy them dinner first, then ask them to spend the next 50 days with you. Vor's prize. Restore ship comms. How? Oh, well, at least we can put emoticons into the chat. Does that count as shipwide communications? We can put the emoji movie out for everyone to see. Ah, that's pretty. Conclave offline. Everything's offline. Most of the ship appears to be broken. It's not quite the pinnacle of spacefaring engineering I was hoping for.
We need to figure out what Captain Vor has done to you and stop him, but we'll need help. I found a communication segment we might salvage for your ship. When you
Well,
are
that's
ready,
very lucky.
activate your navigation
I
system.
mean, if it was up to me, I'd just make a new communication segment. But no, let's go and salvage it from enemy hordes. Because it's an MMO, and we always have to take the most roundabout bloody way to do everything. It's incredible. This abandoned facility looks almost identical to the last abandoned facility we were in.
And retrieve the segment.
Avoid alerting enemies patrolling in the vault. Is there a crouch or a dodge or... Oh yes, we can make this super futuristic soldier look like he's bursting for a poo. Shh. Be careful of patrolling enemies. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Maybe don't stand on top of the control console if you're trying to hack into it. Generally, hackers do not sit on top of a computer before hacking the thing.
The segment is yours. Head to extraction.
We're getting out of here. Nobody is any the wiser.
The Escorus burrows deeper,
Just
revealing
gonna
you.
sneak on out. He's noticed
Doors
us.
are locked. Time to break in.
We were not nearly as sneaky as I thought we were. How do I stop crouching? Now's the time for running. Now's not the time for crouching. Alright, sword time. That's one sword, two sword, three sword. Blimey, there's a lot more of you here than there were a minute ago. That's a corpse. Go on, fall down the waterfall. I dare you. Oh, his body went back up the waterfall. That's no fun. Ooh, there it goes. Whee! Nothing wrong with enjoying the simple things in life, like watching people you've killed fall downhill. Always take moments just to savour the simple moments like that. Stop and smell the roses, if you will. Provided the roses are mountains of tumbling bodies. Where's the ship? I extracted, but there's no ship. Damage dealt 100%, damage taken 100%. Yay! We contributed to the cause.
Systems engaging. I suppose this will do. Ordis is grateful.
And we've got a sassy ship as well, excellent. Why are you advertising
The operator
Twitch
is now
to us?
connected with other Tenno in the system.
I'm glad to see
The
that
operator
Twitch
may
has
now
made it to the
contact
future as well.
black market scumbags. Contact arms dealers.
Excellent idea, Ordis. Tenno, we need to make contact with a Corpus defector sympathetic to the Tenno cause.
Why do we need
They
to talk to
will,
an
of
arms
course,
dealer?
require
I've already got
compensation.
quite a happy little bow and arrow here.
You see what Ordis is referring to, operator?
In this case, compensation will not be credits. It will be freedom. I've updated navigation. You will need to break him out of a Grenier Gulag.
Okay, new mission, save an arms dealer. Because apparently our bow and arrow, which has been one-shotting everybody up to this point, just isn't good enough anymore. Now there's two ships? We found a friend! Yay! Co-op gameplay! Because this won't end with me being abandoned and left for dead. There's two of us. Two whole people working together in this massively multiplayer online game. Oh, he chose the other weapons. He went for the blow staff and the assault gun.
How many Grenier slaves
Did he
died
just
to
fall
build
off
this
the...
place?
He did! What the hell? And he respawns over there. My teammate ran straight off a bridge, abandoned us, solely to get a head start on all of the good
Jumbo was out
loot.
for himself,
Son of a
but he's
bitch.
sympathetic toward the...
Oh wait, this is supposed to be a prison break. We probably should have been stealthy. See, that's what happens when you fall off the edge of a bloody bridge 5 seconds into a level. Suddenly all the alarms get tripped. because a Space Marine just falls through the ceiling of the prison lounge. Got you covered, bro. Watching your back. No witnesses. That was a stealth kill. I'm not sure if it's stealth if your friend runs up to the opponent, gives them a hug, and then you shoot them from half a mile away, but hey, I'll take it. So shooting an enemy in the back when they don't know you're there, that doesn't count as a stealth kill. Waiting until your teammate hugs them and then shooting them, that does.
This is the prison block. If you can avoid detection by the warden, it may be
Your
easier to
teammate
get
needs
Darbo
help to
out.
open a door.
Bypass the
Is my
security
teammate
so
a bit
he
of a
can
spanner? I can't do it. I don't know how it opens. I mean, the door clearly says push on it. I can't open it. Need help. Co-op gameplay.
search these cells for
Are you
Darbo.
in this
He
cell?
has to be here somewhere.
Simon says, what's behind door number 1? It's empty. Okay, fine. I guess bringing the teammate was useful because he actually found the dude we were here for whilst I was pissing around.
Your success here depends on getting Darbo out of there, alive.
Hey, I want you all to remember my contribution to the cause. I sat there and was generally pleasant to be around. Very useful on stealth missions like this.
Desperate to send you fetching greedy fools from the corpus.
Shoo, no, help, out of the giant pool of curdled milk. Oh, it was almost badass, but then I forgot to let go of the trigger. So we just sailed gracefully through the air, forgetting to hit anybody. Now that's what I call teamwork. You stand there and soak up the bullets, I'll get all the glory for the kills. My favourite sort of team. Just gonna turn off the alarms, don't want to waste their electricity. There we go, perfect.
Alarms reset.
Now they'll never know we were here. Geronimo! Did we make it? We made
The
it!
captive has been secured.
Successful prison break, and we made a friend. What more could you want from a game? 61% of the damage dealt, 25% of the damage taken, more total kills, more headshot kills. I mean, what can I say? My back is a bit sore after carrying my teammate around like that. So essentially this entire time we're just running around finding replacement batteries for our ship. Yeah? We run around, we find some double A's, we push them in. Suddenly the ship starts working again.
Great options you have.
Thanks for helping me out back there. I'm in your debt, and I often pay my debts.
It's not quite as cool as the Lannister's slogan, is it? A Lannister often pays their debts, if they can be arsed. And if they're not too busy, and if it's not a Tuesday.
Instead of my debt, I give you a very expensive blueprint. For free!
For free! Haha! Thank you, crazy Russian man. Please get off of my comlink.
Live long with these grenade dogs chewing up the system. Here, use your foundry to build a countermeasure device from this blueprint. Good luck.
Very well, one last mission. Let's go steal some more stuff. Locate the foundry segment. Quick, somebody find me some AAA batteries. They're the last things we need to repair this ship.
Get to the surface so we can see what's going on.
Is this saluting mould an actual person, or is it an NPC pretending to be a person? Because we picked them up very quickly. Either the game is great at matchmaking, which possible, but in my experience most games don't give you a brand new best friend for life on the second mission, or it's an NPC and the game feels sorry for us. They don't want us to be lonely
I
anymore.
was afraid of this. The Grenier are here, and I cannot find any signs of living colonists. You still have a job to do. Find the foundry segment.
I do have a job to do, and my job involves being a human cheese grater. Finally, one of you idiots figured out to bring a shield. Unfortunately, you ended up fighting the dude with the assault rifle, so it did absolutely nothing to help. But hey, at least you're trying.
Until the Grenier arrive.
Damn, I am strong.
Fear you, but I will show them. Their love will return when I deliver you to them.
Oh, it's a tale of love. It's like Romeo and Juliet for the space age. He's only trying to hurt us because he wants some random lady to be with him. I'm guessing he got friend-zoned and this is the only way he can see to get out. He's kind of like Jorah Mormont. What a shot! They were standing here, the arrow bounced them backwards off the wall into this corner. I mean, I've never been much of a trick shot player. But god, you could put that in a montage. A really crappy, poorly animated montage. But still a montage nonetheless.
Good. Your ship is one step closer to completion. Now,
yay! We found the batteries that we came all the way out here for.
Follow Grenier and provide justice for the colonists.
That's what you get for checking Facebook when I'm running it through here on a murderous rampage. Don't mind me, just going to reset the alarms whilst you chisel away at my shields.
Alarms reset.
I've got a giant flashbang ability as well. That'll be useful when I'm recording and want to annoy the audience. Come along, sauteed marmalade or whatever the hell your name was. We've got places to be. Finally nailed it. Finally nailed it. Killed somebody whilst doing the slow-mo bullet time thing in mid-air. We're badass.
Another job well.
Well, I think that just about does it for today. I found what appears to be a melted corpse in the back of the ship. And I don't really want to ask any questions of the very, very sassy AI. So thank you for joining me. This has been Warframe, which surprisingly was quite fun. A free-to-play MMO that's actually enjoyable. Who would have thought we'd ever see the day? Of course, if you've got a game you'd like to see played on this channel, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. And until next time, farewell everyone.